The theme that I have selected for my presidential year and for the 2021 annual meeting in San Francisco is the power of words. I chose this theme for many reasons. First, lawyers and legal educators are professional communicators. Words are the instruments with which we practice our craft. Second, I'm a legal writing professor, so the theme plays homage to my specific field. Third, words and language make us human. Indeed, many believe that communication is the most important skill a person can master. And for good reason. It is estimated that an average person speaks about 16,000 words per day and reads hundreds, if not thousands, of sentences each day. And fourth, I was so excited about the interesting program possibilities that we might have at the next conference. As I prepared this presentation, I was brainstorming potential sessions, and maybe some of you will take me up on these. The language of effective leadership, the impact of technology on language, the power of storytelling in both legal proceedings and legal scholarship, words and trauma, the impact of law and literature on social change, the rule of law in a post-truth era, and something that I see my colleagues at Northeastern have already started studying, how linguistic misunderstandings can lead to exclusion and injustice. I really look forward to the creative programming developed by the section and by individual faculty members through submissions for hot topics, open source, and other calls for proposals. Words are powerful tools. They can inspire social movements, evoke emotions, and create allegiances. They can help and they can heal. But like many tools, words can be wielded as weapons to hurt and hinder and to mislead and manipulate. Words can translate our imagination. They can form bridges to connect us and walls to divide us. Words can comfort and isolate, empower and belittle. Words are ephemeral, but can have lasting impact. Consider the Yiddish proverb, a blow passes, but a word remains. And think about the continuing influence of our great founding documents, like the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights, and also the inspiring speeches of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Abraham Lincoln. Among the US presidents, Lincoln understood that words were a powerful tool for persuasion. He toiled over his speeches, considering and reconsidering each word he used. His Gettysburg Address, at only 278 words, is viewed as a singular moment in repairing a disjointed union. And the Emancipation Proclamation, with only 703 words, including 505 with only one syllable, ultimately freed 3.5 million enslaved Americans and led Frederick Douglass to declare it as perhaps the greatest document of social reform in American history. Words can create nations, literally. On a recent trip abroad, I learned that Iceland gained its independence through peaceful protest and a series of persuasive letters to the King of Denmark. And even small words can have great power. Consider, for example, an apology. With 3 short words, I am sorry, a past harmful act can be forgiven. Words can also have neuroscientific power. For centuries, many cultures have believed in the spiritual force of language. Consider prayer, confessions, hexes, and curses. Over time, these ideas have moved from the realm of magic and mythology to that of scientific inquiry. Just as exercise can change our bodies, mental activity, such as learning and using language, can change the physical structure of our brains. Fearful words, like poverty and death, can trigger fight or flight responses in the amygdala, and negative words, like no, can release stress-producing hormones and neuroreceptors that can interrupt normal brain functions. Fortunately, the power of positive thinking has also been validated clinically. The power of words to shape perception has been proven by researchers in controlled experiments. In one study, psychologists Elizabeth Loftus and John Palmer showed subjects a film of two cars colliding. Later, some subjects were asked how fast the cars were going when they bumped into each other, while others were asked how fast the cars were going when they smashed into each other. As you might imagine, those who received the smash question all indicated that the cars were going faster than those who received the bumped question. As Dr. Deborah Tannen observed, this is how language works. It invisibly molds our way of thinking about people, actions, and the world around us. And the former litigators among us recall the subtle word choices we considered when developing our cross-examinations and closing arguments. Words in the form of laws give rights and impose responsibilities. Those words can separate children from parents, unite two people in matrimony, imprison people for crimes, and condemn individuals to death. As Professor Emily Hartigan explained in her article, The Power of Language Beyond Words, law is the medium through which we intentionally dispense pain, advantage, freedom, and death. I'm sure that many of you can think of words that hold power or special meaning for you. Maybe they're yes, love, or justice. I'd like to briefly explore the power of three words relevant to legal education in my year as AALS president. Each includes a challenge to the legal community. First, caste, C-A-S-T-E. Last month, Brandeis University announced that it had added caste, a social hierarchy that exists in some South Asian communities, to its non-discrimination policy. But we in the legal academy also have a caste system. In 2002, then Vanderbilt Law School Dean Kent Severud published The Caste System and Best Practices in Legal Education. Severud explained that most American law schools include 7 castes, from highest to lowest being tenured and tenure-track faculty, deans, clinical faculty, legal writing faculty, law librarians, adjunct faculty, and staff. He also identified 10 best practices for legal education. But given time constraints, I'll mention just 3. Best practices encourage student-faculty contact inside and outside the class to facilitate feedback, encouragement, and inculcation of skills and values. Best practices encourage active learning. Students must talk about what they are learning, write about it, and apply it to their own lives and work. Best practices give prompt and frequent feedback. Severud observed that because some of these best practices were identified with some of the lower caste, those in higher caste were reluctant to adopt them, to the detriment of student learning. He also observed that those in the lower caste often suffer from lower salaries, lack of security of position, and from lack of respect. Over the past 17 years, the Academy has made progress. I stand here as evidence of that. In addition, we have a few other deans and dozens of associate deans from the legal writing, clinical, and academic support fields. Some non-director law librarians are gaining improved status and security, and more faculty and podium courses are incorporating more formative assessments into their courses. But more work needs to be done. We need to strive to eliminate caste, a system meant to divide, from legal education. We need to recognize the similarities in the work we perform and to appreciate, not denigrate, the differences. Raising some up does not diminish the work of others. Instead, it improves the whole of legal education. Because I've been fortunate to work at 3 schools that have made significant progress in improving the status for legal writing professionals, clinicians, academic support professionals, librarians, and staff, I know that abolishing the caste system is both a realistic call for action and one that will benefit our students and the legal profession as a whole. Second word, candor. Some have postulated that we are living in a post-truth era. While I understand that truth is hardly absolute, I find it disturbing that some leaders, especially those that are law-trained, more readily embrace spin than candor. The model rules of professional conduct call for lawyers to render candid advice, exhibit candor towards the tribunal, avoid making false statements of material fact or law to a third person, and if serving as prosecutors, disclose exculpatory evidence. But while the role of candor has traditionally been central to the legal profession, it seems to be eroding, especially in the face of ubiquitous and frequently misleading spin control. As legal educators, we can help reverse this trend by using the power of our words to teach rigorous analysis, help students distinguish appropriate advocacy from dissembling and half-truths, and model professional conduct that transcends the minimum standards required by the model rules. And as a profession that embraces candor above spin, we can regain the respect and public trust we need to advance and enhance our democratic institutions and the rule of law. Third word, change. I've been a law dean for almost 17 years. One of my favorite and most frequently used sayings is, the only constant is change. Another favorite is Gandhi's, be the change you wish to see in the world. One of the most powerful examples of someone using words to bolster change came from 16-year-old Greta Thunberg, who at a recent U.S. Climate Action Summit extorted, "You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. And yet, I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?" We can use our words to create change. We can use our scholarship to inspire policymakers and others who hold power to enact changes that will create a more just and equitable society. We can write op-eds and blogs to help citizens understand the value of a civic education and the rule of law. We can design our curricula and use our classroom time to ensure that our students become lifelong learners equipped to adapt in a rapidly changing world. And with that, I leave you with this final challenge. The presidential themes of my two immediate predecessors were Building Bridges by Wendy Perdue and Vicki Jackson's Pillars of Democracy, Law, Representation, and Knowledge. So let us use our best, most powerful words to model for our students, our world's leaders and future problem solvers, how to build bridges to protect those most valuable pillars of democracy. Again, thank you for extending me the honor of serving as president of the AALS. I wish you all a wonderful 2020.